The Effect of Snow on Cold Weather Materials by Catron. People use gloves to keep their hands warm during the winter season, but what material really keeps your hands the warmest? People might think cotton, since it keeps them warm when they wear cotton coats or socks. Some people may think wool, because just like cotton, it keeps them warm in their upper body. But most people wear cotton and wool gloves because of this idea that it keeps them warm. But what happens when it gets wet in the snow? I am finding out which materials will keep you the warmest when you are outside in the cold or in the snow. I'm testing between cotton, wool, and DuPont Sorona. DuPont Sorona is a material you probably haven't heard of, but is used in a lot. I think that the DuPont Sorona gloves will keep your hands warm is because of what they are made out of. So I put a thermometer in each top of the gloves and placed them in the snow for a certain amount of time. The first trial was for 5 minutes, and the second trial was for 10 minutes, and finally the third trial was for 15 minutes in the snow. After every trial, I let the gloves and thermometers go back to room temperature, so it was the same for each trial. I stuffed the gloves in the snow, then started the timer. I did this 3 times. All the thermometers were the same, and there was the same amount of snow on each of the gloves. And here's my data. You can see my graph. You can see that DuPont Sorona kept them the warmest out of the whole time. I was not surprised by these results. I thought the cotton gloves would get way more cold than they did, but other than that, I was right with my hypothesis. Like I said before, the room temperature said the same, but I think the temperature outside varied 1 or 2 degrees colder over time, which probably wouldn't affect it, but the gloves were stuffed under the snow. I think most people would think that the cotton or wool gloves would stay the warmest, but the DuPont Sorona gloves are going to be thicker and they are more water resistant, keeping the inside from getting wet and freezing up. I think companies making gloves and cool weather gear are starting to realize that DuPont Sorona is a way better material to use because it's cheaper and better for the snow. Companies making cotton gloves are making them with a higher price and making them thinner because of how they know the public will buy them, thinking they are the best. These results support my hypothesis very well and just shows how cotton and wool isn't the best at all. I can see more and more people testing this to see what is the best, and they can find more materials to test to figure out the true best. I think this is a very useful project to do because of how many people use gloves out in the snow. And here's my links. Thank you.